Hey, Limitless Youth Ministry. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a great afternoon for your Sunday. Hope you guys are able to relax. I know some of you are already out of school for the summer, so I hope you guys are enjoying that. I hope you guys got a chance to watch Pastor's message. I hear that it was a great word. I hadn't had a chance to watch it yet because I just got back a few hours ago from Dallas from going to my uncle's funeral. Actually, our family has had actually four losses, losses in our family in the last 2 months. So we got this funeral coming this week and coming actually got to go back up to Dallas next weekend for another funeral of my aunt. And having all these losses in our family got to thinking about something I was talking with my family with about over the weekend was about second guessing things. And I got to thinking about that last night and this morning, and I got to thinking like, wow, going through so many deaths and losses like that, I know some people will actually second guess God and trusting God and second guessing if it's okay to continue to follow God because of all these things that are happening in their lives. And but in some cases, when we second guess sometimes because of a decision we've made on our own. Sometimes the decisions that we make might not be the best decisions we make. So second guessing them is sometimes a good thing. But when it comes to God and following him and trusting him, second guessing is not the best decision because the Bible even tells us in Proverbs 30 verses 5 and 6 that every promise that God has made to us has been proven to be true. So we should not second guess him. And losing four loved ones in the span of 2 months, it gets you to second guess some things. You get to thinking about things sometimes like, why are these things happening? And it gets you to thinking about things. But the one thing that never crossed my mind was to second guess God and his place in my life. There is no second guessing God when it comes to following him either. And if we ever get to a place in our lives where we begin to second guess our relationship with God, the first thing we need to do is get on our knees and begin to pray. Begin to seek his face and to seek him, because if any time second guessing God comes into our mind, that is 100% the enemy, and he's wanting to take you off course in your relationship with God. Satan wants us to always second guess him. Always second guess God. He always wants us to second guess God. Anytime something happens in our lives, something that we do, and we're not sure about it, especially if it's the right thing, the enemy will come in and start playing tricks on your mind and makes you think twice about your decision. Should I really do this, God? Should I really do this? And the enemy will come in and just get you to try to second guess to change your mind about it. But one thing I want to encourage you guys today with is this: regardless of what you have going on in your lives, whatever decisions you are thinking about making, if they line up with God and they point you to the truth of God and it points you to trusting God, don't second guess it. Because every promise that God has ever made to us in his word, he has proven it to be true. And there are promises in his word that will come to pass later in seasons in our lives. In seasons in our lives individually, but also as a church, as the world, as the church. So never second guess God, because he's never second guessed us. Trust him in all our ways and don't lean on our own understanding, but trust him and he will make our path straight. And in making our path straight, we'll never have to second guess God, because the path that he leads us on is always the right path. So regardless of what's happening in your life, losses of loved ones, or whatever those decisions that you got to make in your life or things that have happened in your life, the one thing that we don't ever have to second guess is God. We might second guess our own decisions and our own choices, but we never have to second guess God, because every promise he's ever made to us has proven to be true. Just want to encourage you guys again. We don't have to second guess God because he's never second guessed us. He loves us so much. And I just encourage you guys to continue to trust him, follow him, have faith in him, believe in him, regardless of what's happening in your lives. Or even with this COVID-19, we don't know where it's leading or where it's going, but one thing we don't have to second guess is our place in God in the midst of all this. So love you guys, miss you guys. Like I said before, every day that passes is one day closer for us to meet together again. So love you guys. Can't wait to see you again. Y'all have a great rest of your Sunday. Blessings.